live in the trap. Let's get it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Shout out to Tommy Montoya in the building. He says, good morning, landlord. I wanted to say, remember when I said, wait a minute. He said, remember when I said we should go and get Sue? Well, yesterday, the damn Eagles went out and signed Sue, SMH. Yes, I understand. But it is what it is. DC 4L, Cowboys Nation, let's get it. What's happening with y'all? We in the building, You already know we live in the trap. Let's get it. Yeah. Shout out to Dak owns Philly. Yes, indeed, he does. Everybody knows that. You know, he owns the whole NFC East, you understand? We in the building, man. You know, this might be a kinda short one. You know, I'm kinda late, man. I gotta get to the day job, but we gonna vibe out for a while. You know what I'm saying? I got some time. I got a little time for y'all. We gonna get it up in the trap house. Talk about these big bitty Vikings, I guess what you call them. I don't know. You know, this ain't 300. This ain't the old days no more. We got guns. Cowboys got guns. We popping all them Vikings. You know, we smoking that bike pack in the day. You understand? Let's get it. Let me give the people a little small chance to build up in here. If I could, if I would. You understand? But we gonna rock on out shortly, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, stopping by, pulling up. You already know where we at in the trap. Let's get it. Yeah, you already know where we at. But, you know, we already know. Well, shout out to Red in the building. You already know that trap going crazy, you know. You know, we just not getting started. You know, we just not getting started. Shout out to Jeffrey Lombardi Dozer in the building. We in here. Yes, indeed, we in here. Let's talk about this Cowboys versus Vikings type vibes. We finna get this dub. Y'all already know what time it is. You understand? You already know what we doing up in the trap. Yeah, let's go. You already know what we doing up in the trap. And you know it ain't no credit on no Friday. You already know that, so don't even ask, because you know we're going to be looking at you like this. You know it ain't no credit on no Friday. So, okay, let the crowd catch up when they catch up. We finna go and pump this thing on up. Shout out to everybody in the building. You already know what it is. Mr. Landlord from Alabama. That's my name. That's who I is. That's who I am. You understand? And we in here. But, now, let's talk about this matchup. And you see, if you seen the thumbnail, I got the biggest matchup in football right now, in my opinion. This is one of the best ones we gonna see. And I think, strangely enough, I think Trey is ready for this. I think Trey kind of get up for games like this. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Red, ain't no $7 specials, man. We ain't taking no shots. You know, it ain't no credit on no Friday. We gonna look at you like this. Ain't no credit on no Friday, you know what I'm saying? TGIF vibes in here, you understand? That's how we getting down. But, yo, man, this gonna be the biggest matchup, wide receiver, cornerback matchup of the year, in my opinion. And Justin Jefferson, of course, he has been playing out of his mind. And what's really strange is, how in the world we playing them 3 times in a row, though? That's what's crazy to me. Then I believe we going to Minnesota 3 times in a row. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. We going to Minnesota 3 times in a row. Like, this has been crazy. Like, when they gonna come to Dallas now? When we gonna get them in Dallas now? When we gonna get them in Big D now? I'm sick of this now. You know what I'm saying? They keep asking for do-overs or something, ain't it, y'all? They like, hey, man, we need a redo because we keep losing. We need a redo. I don't understand that, how they keep getting us in Minnesota every time. Like, we just whooped y'all last year with Cooper Rush, y'all. You understand? So, why y'all want to drag us right back down to Minnesota again? But we'll just do it again, you know, reverse and repeat. We gonna beat them up real bad. That's how we get down up in the trap. You already know this. Trap. You know this. You know what I'm saying? But you know good and well, this is going to be absolutely outstanding. This is one game right here in particular that I want to see Trayvon Diggs match up across the board. I want to see Trey follow this young man. Trey done had a good game against him before. if y'all didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, Justin Jefferson ain't just cut up on us last time. Let's look at them stats from last year. Cowboys versus Vikings. Because I don't think he did all that last year. CeeDee Lamb stole the show. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna get technical now. Now, we know Justin Jefferson is the better wide receiver these days, but CeeDee Lamb stole that show last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go take a look at that right quick, you know. Because I want to see what them stats was looking like. Because I know Cooper Rush beat him. And CeeDee Lamb had the better catch. Now, Thielen had a nice catch, but CeeDee Lamb had one of the better catches of the year on them young men and stole the show last year. But, you know, y'all don't want to talk about that. Now, okay, Adam Thielen had 6 for 78. And Justin Jefferson had 2 catches for 21 yards. Hey, CeeDee Lamb would never, sir. With a healthy Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb would never. But, like, you know, we gonna anoint Justin Jefferson because he's off to an excellent start. We know he's a good player, but I'm telling you straight up, his Reddy Red, shout out to Reddy Red, said Jefferson's stats was minimal as fuck. Hey, real talk now, his stats was very minute. You understand? he didn't get many of anything. You know what I'm saying? They had to measure his yardage in inches. It didn't qualify as yardage now. So what did CD do last year? Cause I've been seeing a whole lot of CeeDee Lamb disrespect, and I really don't like it. Like, I understand he made his little blunders and mistakes, but still, that man still came out and gave you 150 for 2 touchdowns. Like, come on, man, we can't act like he ain't nice though. You know what I'm saying? That's just a small little tweak that we gonna get right. You understand? That's a small little tweak. Okay, last year, Mr. CeeDee Lamb tied up with Cooper. Cooper had, the Ferrari Coupe. He had 8 catches for 122 yards. CeeDee Lamb had 6 catches for 112 yards. So Justin Jefferson didn't do anything last year. So I want to go back and look at that matchup. I hate I ain't got the film right now. Because I want to go back and look at that matchup because it seems like somebody had the clamps on that young man. Somebody had him arrested. I know that. And when he see the Cowboys, he should be doing right like this right here. He should. So I don't want to see people all afraid and, shaking in their boots when we go up here to Minnesota. We don't want to hear none of the little horn blowing or none of that, man. I think we're going to beat this team up. And the reason I feel a little more confident than some of these others is I feel like we just had their number over the years, man. Like, just like the Green Bay loss didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? To some people, they didn't see the Cowboys just losing that game. It's something similar to this with the Vikings. Like, we just been having the Vikings number. We've been having the Vikings number over the years. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I feel like it's going to continue. History going to repeat itself. It's going to repeat itself, and we're going to continue to beat them up. Put a foot in them. You understand? Up in the trap. We're going to put another foot up in them. Trap. But they are a very talented team. They are a very capable team. And we're going to have to be ready. So we ain't going to be able to go beat them if we have stepping, I tell you that much. We're going to have to be ready to play. We're going to have to come with our A game. And that's a fact. But I feel like this team got a chip on their shoulder. They got a statement to make. They really mad at themselves for letting that game go last week. And I feel like they ready to come and make a statement, come and prove themselves. Micah said everything, basically what I just said. Micah said he is ready to make up for what they did. He said if that give me a 14-point lead again, it won't get away from us again ever. Micah basically said that'll never happen again. And I love to hear that from Micah. Micah saying like, look, we ain't letting that happen no more. And you need somebody to stand on it. That's what you need. You know where I'm from up in the trap. We say stuff like that. Well, you gotta stand on it. So standing on it means you gotta stand up for what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta mean what you say and say what you mean. And Micah standing on it, he said, hey man, if that situation occurs again, we will not fumble it. We will not let that get away from us. We will bring that game home. And I believe Micah. Micah saying he going to make the game change and play. He will not stand for it. That will not be tolerated up in the Cowboy Nation, up in the trap. we won't stand for it. So I love to hear that coming from our leader. He named another leader. He said J-Ron feel the same way. D-Law feel the same way, even though he dealing with a little foot injury, I heard. Hopefully he can go and give us a decent amount of himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully he can be at least like 80% of D-Law, 85%. You understand? I know the foot injury kind of, it kind of hinders you, but I hope we can get a decent amount, a decent level of D-Law, because we gonna need it. They got an outstanding running game. But you already know that boy, what his name is, Cook, he be seeing that boy Dono and do like this. Good grief. I bet money that boy still got a level of respect for Donovan Wilson, because he put him on a stretcher basically. Like, he laid the wood on that young man. So don't come playing with him now. You already know he gonna have to be he gonna have to have his head on the swivel with Donovan Wilson running around there, y'all. Because Donovan Wilson laid him out that last game. So you already know Cook gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? He probably wanna kinda get that chip off his shoulder. He gonna wanna make up for that. So I can't wait to see how this team respond to the run game too. But back to that Jefferson matchup and Trey, man, I think Trey finna show out, y'all. I believe this the perfect type of game. And you seen, Aaron Rodgers didn't even throw Trey away, y'all. I'm telling y'all, everybody want to see the like, what can I say? The flamboyant stats, the stats that everybody else want to record, and the people that casual fans go run to the stat sheet. Trayvon Diggs has been playing outstanding. They don't even want to throw his way, y'all. Shout out to him. They don't even want to throw Trey way, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sugar Daddy Will. Now I see y'all see them wrenches now. Yeah, I'm a man of my word now. I'm wrenching folks up. That's how we do it. Sugar Daddy been here consistently, and he got that wrench. It looks good on you, sir. Let's get it. But yeah, man, I think Trey is ready to stand up on it. And I told y'all, that's how he did last time. Excuse me. I don't know if people remember exactly, but I think, what game that was? I believe that was against the Bengals. I came out here and had a whole speech for Trayvon Diggs. I told y'all Trey was a dog. I said he gonna be ready for the challenge, and that boy act up that game. He had the game-winning tackle and all kind of stuff. Like, when it seemed like when I said that, Trey responded, and he came up big the next 2 weeks after that. So I feel it in my bones, man. I think Trayvon Diggs finna stand up and act a fool, y'all. Watch what I tell you. Trayvon finna stand up. He finna get the better of Justin Jefferson. That's just my opinion. And if Kirk Cousins and them, they already past happy. They act like they getting coached by Kellen Moore, y'all. They act like they getting coached by Kellen Moore. They just dropping back, throwing the ball all day long. So if they think they gonna get away with that, that just plays perfectly into our hands. Now, if they're not some buffoons, like a lot of people are, if they ain't no buffoons, they gonna run the ball more. So, but does more mean committing to the run? That's what I want to see. That's what I'm going to be looking for. Does them trying to put a little more emphasis on running the ball because they know the Cowboys kind of struggle with stopping the run? Does that mean they going to come with a game plan that's dedicated to the run? That's what I believe that's going to determine this game. Because if Kirk Cousins go back there dropping back, it's going to be food. Mike and them going to eat, and we going to ball out. I'm telling you. I think we're going to cut up. So I'm not really worried about our offense on their defense now. The only thing they do pose a threat with them defensive ends. Like, they got some talented defensive ends. The boy Zadarius Smith, I believe he leads the league in sacks. So we're going to have to be concerned about him. But if this old line hold up, which I think they will, it ain't going to be no problem for us scoring on this team, y'all. You know we going to put up some points, that's for sure. We're going to put up some points, y'all. Shout out to Gabrielle Bo. Shout out to Gabrielle. Shout out to Carl Main in the building. Shout out to Larry Lynch. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Let's get it. But, yeah, man, we own Kirk Carl, man. Like, I just don't look at him like that. I know he a good player. He been playing good. Shout out to Jenna Chase. I know you see that ranch on you now. You know, in the trial, we say ranch. He ain't got to be ranch. It's a ranch. You got that ranch over there now. But, yeah, man, I'm telling you, like, we've been playing good against Kirk. Now, the last game I can remember that we lost against Kirk is when that game when Dak went crazy and CD and Michael Gallup them was catching all them sideline passes and stuff. I think that was like a Sunday night football game. That's the last one we lost, and that was a close game. I think we just shot ourselves in the foot on that one too. But long as we come out here and play smart, man, and do the things that we should do, just like Michael Parsons and Don Schultz said, we'll be fine, man. I think, like I said, just like the Green Bay Packers have a good history against us, unfortunately, we got a great history against the Vikings, man. I think this is the perfect buzzsaw for them to run into while they hot to get humbled. That's what's finna happen, y'all. That's just my opinion. I think we finna humble. Even Vegas betting with us. You know what I'm saying? Even Vegas betting with us. So make no mistake about it. Somebody said Anthony gonna get burned. Let me see. I seen it. I don't know who said it. Oh yeah, Gabrielle said Tommy, if AB is playing, he's getting torched. I don't see that. He gonna give us some plays. That's what most DBs do, especially the ones who not elite. Shout out to Terry Stewart in the building. Shout out to everybody. But especially the DBs who ain't elite. Even elite DBs give up points. I mean, give up yardage and catches. That it just happens. DB is the most complicated, the second most probably. In my opinion, it might be the second most complex position to play. Now, it probably ain't super hard to learn or the thought process, but like just trying to contain these receivers is just, it's an uphill battle, y'all. So if you got one that can hold on or, hold up at all, he's probably pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And I think Anthony Brown will do okay. I believe he can do okay. He going to be probably matched up with Thielen. And we know Thielen is nice. He's crafty. But I think he can match up with Thielen pretty decent. And like I said, if they sit back up there and try to sit back and throw the ball all game, they going to lose. I'm going to tell you that right now. If they come out here and they game plan is to throw the ball, they going to definitely lose. And it might get ugly because our defensive line going to eat. I believe that's their right guard. He looking like he is terrible in my opinion. I don't know if he might be a star because I don't follow offensive linemen like that. But from last game, what I seen on film, he was looking pretty terrible. So we going to get him. I feel like our defensive line going to eat. So if they think they finna sit back there with 5-step drops and, you know what I'm saying, shotgun, just send back here, just long developing routes, they gonna get smoked. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We ain't gonna hear that Viking horn at all the whole game if they come out with that foolishness, I'm telling you right now. Straight up. They don't wanna, if they come out throwing the ball, that's gonna play perfectly into our hands. That's what we want you to do. You know what I'm saying? So your best bet is to run Cook. That's your best bet. But I like the way that we've been responding lately to holding each other accountable. I like what I heard from Micah Parsons and Dalton Schultz and everybody saying that, hey, we want to stand up and stay in our gaps, do our jobs, stop basically ad-libbing around here trying to make plays and running into other people's gaps. You need to do your job and make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Reddy Red said, I'm around with Boss Man. I don't give a what nobody talking about. I think Boss Man gonna be all right too. Because like I said, I looked at the film. I ended up getting a little busy, y'all. So, life happens. So I wasn't able to push out as much film as I could. But I'm probably going to still put some out. Like, even though it's late in the week, I probably just still throw a couple out there. Just because I got some stuff I want to point out. But Kevin Joseph wasn't bad. Like, the one catch, Sammy Watkins caught that little catch on him. That was just a perfect ball. It was back shoulder. So, that boy Kevin Joseph had a decent game, honestly. He gave up that touchdown because it was single high safety. That was bad formation. That was bad scheme by DQ. Like, let's just be honest. Don't leave them the whole middle of the field wide open. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man coverage. That just he got caught lacking in a bad coverage, in my opinion. So, like they say, any coach, any coordinator, your job is to maximize your players' talent. So you put them in the best position to be successful. And unfortunately, with Deron Bland and Kevin Joseph being young players and substituting for a starter, they wasn't put in the best situation to be successful. Like, neither one of those times. So let's just be honest. Like, even DQ is human. He has fault in this too. But I'm not bailing out the player. You know what I'm saying? They got beat. They got burned. But it probably was a lot of scheme had something to do with that too as well, in my opinion. But I think this is a bounce back game for Bland and who else? Even if Kevin, Bland been getting playtime anyway. I think the team gonna show Bland that we trust him, so we gonna still play him, even though he had a rough game last game. I think this is gonna be a big game for Deron Bland. They gonna put him out there anyway. And one of the other biggest matchups too, Hawkinson and that boy J. Ryan Kurtz. Now we love J. Ryan, and he ain't been looking too healthy. I believe he looked a little better last game than what he was looking in the past. So maybe that bye week and stuff like that did wonders for him. But that's gonna be a big time matchup, y'all. I can't really wait to see that. That's gonna be awesome. Hawkinson and Kurtz. So like, the Eagles probably sitting up there like, yeah, we beat them or we played them, but this is definitely not the same team that they played. Then they played the Vikings, if I'm not mistaken. Because y'all know I be freestyling. I believe they played the Vikings, and they the only team that beat them, didn't it? Who beat the Vikings? Because it's just one team that beat them. Somebody help me out. I don't know who the team was that beat them. Was it the Eagles? I believe it was. Let me see. I believe it was. Yeah, it was the Eagles. Yeah. So that wasn't the same team that they played. Hawkinson is a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Then more reps down the stretch in the season makes your team a little better too. So I ain't worried about them though. I think this is a decent matchup for us. You know what I'm saying? I believe our offense might come out there and just dominate them boys. They giving up the run. They giving up a lot of stuff. Yeah, y'all don't be stealing now. Help your boy out and hit that like button for you. I understand, I'm new at this and stuff. I've been a little late and stuff like that, man. But I got life going on. I'm just trying to still stay consistent and give y'all a little work. But if you could, please like and share the content. It'll go a long way for your boy up in the trap. It'll go a long way. But let's interact with the chat a little bit. He said it was a second Monday night game of the year. Yeah, so, that's very early, Nobody knows who they are at that point in the season. So, even people bag us for losing to the Bucs. Like, nobody kind of knew exactly who they were at that point. Our offense was brand new. Like, these brand new players, like, brand new O-line, basically. Like, you don't know who you are that early in the season unless you've been together for a long time with very little changes. Sort of like the Bucs. The Bucs didn't have many changes. So, a more experienced team gonna have the advantage like that during the beginning of the year. So the more experienced team has the advantage. If you didn't have many changes and substitutions like different players, you'll be farther along than the other teams. So, we'll see how that go. But I like our chances though. I'm telling y'all, we had a Vikings number. I feel kind of comfortable with saying that. Just like I wasn't comfortable about saying that about Green Bay. I told y'all, I never just said, oh, we got this. So, just as uncomfortable I was with sleeping on Green Bay, I'm more comfortable with saying that we got we usually have the Vikings number. It is what it is. We beat them boys. And I feel like we got the right kind of team to go in here and punch them in the mouth and humble these boys. Because that's exactly what they need. They need to be humble. And look, to be quite frank, I'm going to be real with y'all now. In my head, that game against the Buffalo Bills, it's like they lost that. They won, lost, and then won, and then lost, and then won again. So, I mean, if you want to give them praise for winning that, it is what it is. But you ain't getting it from me. Y'all won, okay. But that was like the flukiest, craziest game I done seen. Like, it was a great game for the sport, but, I ain't finna just give them all the praise in the world for beating them. And Josh Allen had a horrible game, turnovers everywhere. So, I ain't really I'm not finna anoint them for that game. I'll just say that. But I really, really like our chances in this game. And Vegas does as well. I was surprised to see that we was a favorite, y'all. Was y'all surprised? Because I feel like we the better team, but for us to be the favorite, I think they said it's like the second or third time ever for an 8-1 team. Yeah, really, that was a fluke Madden game. But I think they said it's like the second or third time in NFL history that an 8-1 team is an underdog at home. So that lets you know how strongly Vegas feels about the Cowboys in this matchup. Yeah, I was pretty surprised that we was the favorite, because they usually get the home team like at least 1 point or 3 points, 3-point favorite just for being at home. That's a trap game, gambling wise. What, talking about this game, Carl, man? Gina Chase says, I wish we could just come out every game in beast mode. We really need to come out in every game and just put the fear in the teams. Yeah, in a perfect world, but this the NFL, man. It's very, very crazy. It's like, well, yeah, with the Vikings being underdog at home. I think it's valid though, Carl, man. I think it's valid. We're a better team. I think we just clearly a better team. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think the Cowboys just a better team. And Vegas is showing that. But like all we gotta do is win by a field goal and we'll cover. You know what I'm saying? So it's not outrageous. It ain't super disrespectful, and I think the history play a small part in it too. So let's see. Let's put them boys on trial. Let's see who this 8-1 start is against. Now they beat the Packers. We'll give them that because they just beat us. Unfortunately, it makes me sad. We'll give them the Packers because we just fumbled the bag. He said, stop lying to yourself. Leaside, what are you doing, sir? We know you have the most terrible team in the history of the NFL. They never done anything, and they probably never amount to nothing in their lives. So, I don't even know why they even another team in Texas, to be honest. Like, they go over there because they got they got other agendas. They cousin play for them. JJ the Mind said, Landlord, I got a statement to make, bro. What you got to say? But look, okay, they beat the Packers. Okay, we'll give them that one. They lost to the Eagles very badly. They lost 24-7. Now, like I said, to be fair, this not the same team. That's the second game on a Monday night. That's not don't nobody know who they is in that situation. Ain't nobody sure who they are in that situation. But let me see. They beat the Lions. That's a division game. They beat the Lions 28-24. Okay. Who's throwing them a parade for beating the Lions? Are y'all throwing them a parade? Are y'all finna anoint them for winning against the Lions? Because I'm not. I'm sorry. When I see that, I'm like, get out of here. No, I'm not giving you that. Not giving you that one, sir. I'm sorry. Okay, you beat the Saints. Who was the Saints quarterback? Because, like, you don't even know who the Saints quarterback is these days. Like, I don't even know. Oh, Andy Dalton? Man, get out of here. And you got the red rifle over there. Like, nah, I'm not giving you that one either. I'm sorry, sir. Access denied. You beat the Lions and the Saints. Then you beat Chicago in the close game, 29-22. I mean, I'm not giving you a cookie for that one either. Okay. Now, you did beat the Dolphins. But what's Tua though? Let's see, because we know he was hurt. Tua wasn't there, y'all. Tua wasn't there, y'all. How y'all see that win? How y'all see that win? Miami is a good team, but without Tua, how do y'all refer to that win? Because I want to know. Like, I ain't hating. I'm really just putting them on trial. I want to see what y'all feel about these boys. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what y'all saying. Okay. JJ the Mime, he said he had something to say. Let's see if he finna troll me. He says Dak is on a Matthew Stafford path. Oh, no. Good grief. let me brace myself before I finish this comment. He says Dak is on a Matthew Stafford path. He will leave here with a Super Bowl. Oh, that's good. Whenever else, somewhere else, well, the fam. No. That's not good. I'm getting you now. He said Dak is on a Matthew Stafford path. He will leave here, win a Super Bowl somewhere else where the fan base and owners actually care about him. Then we'll be in purgatory for a quarterback again, landlord. Good grief. Don't put a damper. Sir, JJ the Mind, sir. Don't come over here and put a damper on my day like that, sir. Good grief. That was all bad. It's Friday, sir. You supposed to be happy. It is Friday. Look, I even got on the new Dak shirt. I don't even know if y'all see this. I got the new Dak shirt on, y'all. Don't do that. Don't come and put a damper on this. You know what I'm saying? The Dak and the Jordan collab is perfect for me, like, because, you know, that's my last name. That's my last name for the government, you know, Jordan. So, you know, I rocks with the Jordan brand too. So, Dak with the Jordan, it just matched perfectly. I love it, you understand? I might get some more of that merch. That merch go hard. Dak snap with that merch. So, man, that young man put a damper on my day. Don't come over here doing me like that, man. He said, just a good feeling from Mississippi State. We want him to succeed so bad. We want him to leave Dallas down here. We love him like our own son down here. I understand. Because, look, like, it's so crazy. I understand. Like, I'm not here to say that Dak is the greatest quarterback ever. Shout out to Reggie J in the business. I'm not here to say Dak is the greatest quarterback, but he's my quarterback. That's what y'all gotta understand that I can't even think of a scenario for Dak not to be your quarterback. So if you're gonna be a Cowboy fan, you got to ride with your guy. Know what I'm saying? If not, then go sit down in the corner somewhere. Like you want them your only options. But I can understand what JJ the Mind saying is because our fan base be pretty, you know, ungrateful to Dak. Like, I know he ain't won us the big games and stuff, but, like, we give Dak hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, we give Dak hell. Now, if you take them 2 interceptions off his resume from last game, that really wasn't his fault. He had a very great day, if you think about it. He had three touchdown passes, and man, that might have been even more touchdown passes if they would have ran the right routes. So, I mean, Dak been pretty good since he came back, in my opinion. Especially with the Chicago game, then with this game. Dak been pretty solid, y'all. Like, we know it is an element of them getting back all the way on the same page because of the lack of reps. But, because you know Dak didn't play preseason either. So, it's a lot of reps that need to be had. And what some people don't understand, you can practice all you want to, but you need live in-game reps. That's how your number one receiver and your QB1 connection gonna grow to become great. Y'all need live reps in that manner. Like, not practice, not backyard in the Dak field, not in his backyard reps. I'm talking about live in-game reps so you can learn on the go. That's what's gonna make this connection just elite and unstoppable. But I feel like we can get there. But let's keep going down this resume, y'all, because, you know, I'm just saying now. So, they beat the Dolphins without Tua. I mean, let me know if y'all clapping for that. Does that deserve applause? Then it was 24-16. Y'all beat Tua. Y'all beat the Dolphins without Tua. Okay, with Teddy Bridgewater. Congratulations. Okay, then they played the Cardinals. They beat the Cardinals. I guess the Cardinals are an okay team. I guess. I mean, I don't know. What y'all think about the Cardinals? Shit. The Cardinals is they such a roller coaster team. You don't really know what to think about the Cardinals. Like, nobody even knows what to make of the Cardinals these days. Like, are they a good team? Who knows? They up and down, roller coaster team. But they beat the Cardinals by a pretty decent margin, 34-26. I guess you can give them a little, you know, you can get on one of them little small cookies that come in a little pack. You know, the little bite-sized mini cookie. You can give them a little mini cookie for that one. Then they beat the Commanders. I mean, we know we're not giving them anything for that. We're not giving them nothing for the Commanders. I mean, that's the Eagles' problem. Like, just because they beat the Commanders and just because the Commanders beat the Eagles, that don't mean they deserve respect. That's just a testament to how trash the Eagles are, in my opinion. So let's just start there. Then the fluke game, the flukest game on the planet against the Buffalo Bills. Now, when we sit up here and look at their resume again, y'all, with some context, how commanding does that 8-1 start look to y'all? Because I'm not sold. I think they're a good team, but are they the best team in football with what their record says? Absolutely not. That's my opinion. So, okay, let's a quick review of what their schedule was again. They beat the Packers. They lost to the Eagles. They beat the Lions. They beat the Saints. They beat the Bears, the Dolphins, Cardinals, and Commanders, and Bills. But when you put context on that, it's not as impressive as it might seem. I'm not buying, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not buying. You're going to have to make me know it. Then I take into account our history over y'all. We own y'all, in my opinion. We been smacking them, boy. We smacked y'all with a backup quarterback. You understand? Cooper Rush emerged against y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. I'm not giving y'all the proper respect. Y'all 8-1, okay. Give them a golf clap. Give them a slow golf clap. Okay. I'm not feeling that. So I'm not giving you that type of level of respect. Then, you know, people do disrespect Kirk Cousins a lot. I don't think Kirk that bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he that great, but I don't think he that bad either. I put it like this. I think this is a great way to explain how I feel about Mr. Kirk Cousins. I believe, say for instance, that most people put Kirk at 5. So that'll be mediocre. 10 will be Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? Let's say that Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Peyton Manning, Brady. That's 10. Most people put Kirk at a 5. I'm a little higher on him than a lot of other people, so I'd say he might be about a 6.5. I don't think Kirk is as bad as people make him out to be. I don't think he is good as some people that might be higher on him as. So I think he more of a 6.5 than just a 5, like people try to sell you on. So, you know, I think Kirk is a decent quarterback, especially with these weapons he got around him. I seen him make throws. It seemed like he been trying to prove himself since Washington, but I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But I think Kirk decent though. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Tom Brady, where do y'all put Kirk Cousins? Let me know. I want a little engagement before I wrap this up. I got to leave early today, man. I just had to talk to the trap on a Friday. You know it ain't no credit on no Friday up in there. Trap. You understand? Trap. On a scale of 1 to 10, Dan Marino, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady being 10, what do y'all give Kirk Cousins? Because they try to make a lot of comparisons with him to Dak. But I don't think so. He ain't no Dak now. But I think he pretty decent. Scale of 1 to 10, no crowd participation today, huh? Y'all gonna be stubborn up in the trap. Y'all gonna be stubborn. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Sugar Daddy Will say 6. Tony Montoya say 5. I can see a 5, but I think I think he's a little better than what most people think. Red says a 3. Yeah, you talking about playing against us. I feel you on that. Against us, he's a little worse. Snug Ed says he about a 4. Good grief. So he below average? The years that Kirk been having? I don't think you can logically say he below average. JJ the Mind, I could see a person being a little higher than me on Kirk, because he's been solid over the years, y'all. He's not sorry. If somebody sit up here and tell you he's sorry, then, you know, I don't know about that. I can't agree to that. He's not sorry. He's not trash. He got one of them fake narratives over his head just like Dak do. Like he got a Dakish fake dark cloud over his head, sort of like that. You know what I'm saying? He's far from sorry. Facts, Jay the man. Like, real talk. He got one of them fake media narratives over him. He said, I can only judge out for us. Yeah, I feel you on that. If you judge out for us, he a little worse. You know what I'm saying? We bring him down a couple notches. Humble hustler. I don't know if I ever seen you. Shout out to you, sir. If you do, welcome to the channel. He says a 6.5. That's what I said. I think that's fair, y'all. Kirk Cousins is not a bad quarterback. So don't let nobody tell you no different. He's not bad. He got some pretty solid wide receivers and weapons, run game. You know what I'm saying? Them boys, Kirk been pretty solid over the years too. Like, Kirk been having solid years back to back. He done stacked them back to back, basically since Washington. So, I mean, I don't see how somebody could just say he's sorry. You could say you don't like him, or you could say he's not top 10 or something like that, but to say he's trash, I don't see where that come from. The boy be making plays left and right. All game. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, look, they lost Diggs and kept on ticking. No problem. He one of the better receivers in the league. What his name? Kirk just kept on going. He ain't slowed up since. Said he went on a playoff run too. Yeah, Reggie J. He did. So, I mean, all right now. Like, don't sleep on that boy. I think he decent though. So I don't like it. Shout out to Snuggies. That's a look. I challenge logic over here. So when I start breaking your logic down, it's probably best to just be honest. And my boy just went ahead and got honest and said, all right, I don't like him. I feel you, bro. I feel you on that. Hey, that's hilarious. But my bro said, hey, I just don't like him, dog. So, okay, I feel you, man. Salute to you. That's what some people need to go and say about Dak, bro. Because, like, we put all these stats, we show all this progression and all these advanced stats and metrics and stuff, and they still just say Dak is trash. We hate him. He's terrible. We need to trade him. Like, y'all might as well just go on be honest like Snug X. Like, go on tell the truth and just say we don't like him. You know what I'm saying? You just don't like him. And that's fair. Like, you don't have to like him. You know what I'm saying? If you're not fond of him, just go on and admit it and just say I just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Just move on with your life. Don't try to disguise it with all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to disguise the fact that you just purely don't like the man. Like, that's all I'm saying. If you don't like him, just say you don't like him. Shout out to Miss Jessica in the building. Reggie J said, yeah, just fast. Just say it. Yeah, just go and say it. And we don't really care. Because we kind of get the context of how y'all behave, so we kind of know what it really is. We know you don't like the man. So, because if you talking football, he's a damn good quarterback. Like, it ain't no way to sugarcoat that. Is he the best quarterback in the league? No. But is he a damn good quarterback? Absolutely he is. Sunny Sim 1. I don't know if I ever seen you search how I do. He says Kellen Moore and Dak does need to own that loss. Oh yeah, and CD. True, I don't know if Dak need to own it, to be honest. Because he ain't do nothing but do what he's supposed to do. Now, he probably should have did what Aaron Rodgers said is, hey, run the ball. He probably should have ran over there and told Kellen Moore to run the ball. He probably should have said that. Or, audible and more runs. That's probably what he could have done. So, yeah, he got to wear it, too. He got to wear it, too, though. Everybody, this a team loss, though. He got to wear it, too. It's a one-size-fits-all. It's a one-size-fit-all loss, y'all. Everybody got to wear it. JJ the Man said Dak is an 8.5 to a solid 9, Landlord. That's kind of where I see him. Know what I'm saying? 9 might be a little higher because, like, look, this is what it is. I'm a fan of Dak Prescott. Ultimately, of course, I'm a fan of Dallas first. But I am a fan of Dak Prescott, so I have to take out a little bias sometimes. So if I could try to remove myself from my fandom and just grade the player on who he is, I'll say I couldn't get mad at nobody to rate Dak at like a 7.5 or an 8. I say if you go lower than that, then I challenge you to a duel, sir. That's what I say. I say it like that. But the people who low on Dak, they'll probably say a 7 or a 6 or some craziness. Now that'll make me want to duel you. But if a more logical fan, if somebody like a Cowboy fan who's just not, Dak just ain't that guy, he just okay. If you rate him at like a 7.5, I ain't gonna argue with you. Okay, that's your opinion. Okay, I'll leave you alone. Okay? But me, what I actually see, if I take away my fandom, I say Dak Prescott is an 8. If I take out what I believe and what I believe he can become, or like what he's gonna prove after this year, I say he an 8. But if I put my fandom in it and what I feel like he's gonna accomplish, and like once his career is over and these seasons start stacking up and he start really making playoff runs and get us to the Super Bowl and stuff like that, I feel like he gonna prove that he's like a good 9. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he gonna prove he a 9. I feel like that's what I believe he could be. So what he is and what a fan like me believe he could be is two different things. I'm willing to give you that. I can put my biases to the side in that manner. But I cannot say, you can't tell me he lower than a 7. He lower than a 7, we got to do it. I'm sorry. He lower than a 7, we got to do it. Sugar Dad Will said, put the stats in it. That's the only reason why I say my logic can't say he a 9 right now, because he ain't had enough of the solid seasons where he was up like right by the top guys. Know what I'm saying? He done had seasons where he was up there, but like he need to do that and with a decent playoff run a couple of times. Like that's what'll make him be like, bruh, he one of them guys. So like that's the only argument people can make to me to say he's not one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? That's the only argument I can listen to. And like I say, I still don't say it's true because I don't contribute wins only to the quarterback. I think that's a flawed logic, but I understand that's what mainstream media does. But that's the only argument I listen to if you say he isn't one of the top guys. It's because of him not having playoff success. That's the only way I give it to you. That's the only way I even listen to it. You know what I'm saying? But, hold up. Somebody said he is a 5. Oh, no, Miss Jessica. No way. Rodgers once was a 10. Yeah, he was. He getting up in age. Aaron Rodgers was outstanding. And then y'all know what made me sad sometimes? We created Aaron Rodgers, y'all. We created him. Who remember that game where Dallas put out Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers? That was his first time playing, y'all. He was created on Dallas. Shout out to Yellow Jesus. I ain't see him. He said, "Yo, Landlord, why does Dak hold the ball on 2 and on 2nd and hold on to the ball so long?" You want to know why, Mr. Yellow Jesus? You want to know why? I'm going to tell you the truth, and you probably ain't going to like the answer, but I'm going to be real with you. The reason is, if you seen my last film session when I was talking about CeeDee Lamb, the reason is because of Kellen Moore and his option routes. That's the reason. Look, option routes force you and the receiver to read the defense. That's why. He's making. Look how long that's gonna take. Look how long that's gonna take, y'all. Am I right or wrong? If you gotta sit up here and hike the ball, read the defense yourself, and hope the receiver can read the defense, that's too long. That's why he holding the ball. Because them option routes are very slow developing routes. That's why. In my opinion, I could be wrong. I'm no genius. But I think that's a good assessment. I'm telling you straight up. Option routes take longest is you know what. Know what I'm saying? That's exactly what Mike McCarthy said. And look, before I get out of here, because you know I'm pushing it to the limit, before I get out of here, I'm going to say this. One thing that really hurts us about option routes, think about this. If you got a system that's based on timing and reading the defense across from two people being on the same accord, think about this. Let's see if we can critical think like Mr. Landlord. Let's see if we can critical think like Mr. Landlord. Think about this. If your system is based on time, and y'all know what that means, do y'all know what that take away from us? Do y'all know what that take away from us? If a system is based on timing, being in the right spot, reading the defense from the receiver and the quarterback, that takes away ad-libbing. You can't ad-lib if you got to be in a particular spot every time. Think about that. Why y'all don't think Dak had them spectacular plays like he used to? He'll be rolling out and then see a player and say, go that way, and then throw the ball. We can't have that if you're doing all these option routes and timing routes. It takes away ad-libbing. And that was one of Dak's special traits, y'all. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. You can't ad-lib if I got to throw the ball to a spot at a particular time. How you going to ad-lib? How? How you gonna do that? You can't. You know what I'm saying? You cannot get creative. You have to throw the ball on time in the right spot. The receivers can't do a route on the fly. You understand? The receivers can't do a route on the fly either. They gotta be where they gonna be at. And just like CeeDee Lamb didn't run across the safety face, think about it. If this was an ad-lib type offense, CeeDee Lamb could have did that little. He could have faked like he was going in the inside and went straight. It would have been a touchdown too. But in this time and option route based scheme, Dak has to throw it with anticipation, and that's what makes an interception. He says, JJ the Mind says, for real, with that, him and Russ was one of the best, Landlord. I don't know who you talking about no more. But am I right or wrong, y'all? If this a timing, this common sense. I know I'm right, but I just want to see if y'all follow me. If this offense is based on timing and throwing the ball into particular spots, 100% you cannot ad-lib. You know what I'm saying? 100% you cannot improv on the fly. And those are some of the biggest plays for a mobile quarterback, y'all. Kellen Moore is basically crippling your quarterback's creativity and being able to improv on the fly. Then what's sad, we took away one of the only players who was able to get that to do something on the fly. To be sad, we took away one of the only players who was able to get through the deck and say, hey, let's do something else. Let's try something. And that was the Amari Coop. You know what I'm saying? That was the Amari Coop. But, you know, you remember Coop did that improv type play when he told that, hey, we just gonna do this. Look, he ain't checking me. He checking me this way. He shading this way. This is the in-depth stuff in the game, the details that can allow you to do something special. With Dak being a mobile quarterback, it buys him time to be able to create on the fly. Who plays Madden in here? Playmaker. You can't do playmaker on the Cowboys. You can't do playmaker because it's all timing. It's all timing with Kellen Moore. It's all timing. And that cripples your wide receivers from being creative. Look, and CeeDee Lamb want to be real creative too. I see that in his route running. If you watch him on film, he want to be real creative. And that's not what this system going to allow you to do. If you're not at your spot on time, it's probably going to be an interception. You know what I'm saying? It's probably an interception off the bat. If you're not in your spot when Dak needs you to be there, it's probably an interception. And why would you be running this big, risky system? And what's so crazy, man, let me get out of here after this. What is so crazy is Dak agrees with it, y'all. Dak said he don't want to stop these routes. Dak said, take them out. Oh, no. They asked Dak, did he want to take the route side? He said, no. But this is why I had told Boss Cowboy that. Shout out to Boss Cowboy. She said, because Dak is about winning, Miss Jessica. No, this is why, Miss Jessica. This is why Dak said he don't want to take them route side. You want to know why? Because the exact same thing I said the other day. What I say about option routes? They are unstoppable if ran right. Dak understands that. You know what I'm saying? If they do the route right, it's unstoppable. That's why I told y'all got to listen to me, man. When I said this last scream, I said, look, what did I say? I said, this is going to be a problem throughout the whole year. I told y'all this. It's going to be a problem throughout the whole year because when the option routes are ran correctly, they are literally unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? I said that. They are literally unstoppable when done correctly. So you know for a fact, if you got something in your bag that's unstoppable, the threat and the temptation of doing it gonna always be there, y'all. It is what it is. I told y'all, I made the comparison. This was gonna let you know what I said, and you might remember when I said this comparison. I said option routes are basically like a pick and roll in basketball. Shout out to Lisa VC. I'm gonna make sure I get you your rents too. You remember this last screen when I said an option route is basically just like a pick and roll. It's no right way to play the pick and roll for real. You know what I'm saying? Why you think this is one of the oldest plays in basketball? Because it's literally unstoppable. If you run a pick and roll right, man, it ain't really nothing you can do. You're going to have to give up something. It's a pick your poison type situation. And that's where option routes are. So it's the same way it put the defensive end in the blender like a read option. It's no way to play it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be wrong either way. It's made to put you in a compromising situation. So that's what option routes do. The threat of them going to always be here because obviously Kellen Moore loves them. And then now we see now that Dak Prescott loves them too, unfortunately. So they going to have to just get it right. If they want to run them, they just going to have to get it right, y'all. It is what it is. We're going to have to deal with this for the rest of the year, unfortunately. But I appreciate everybody coming through, stopping by, pulling up on the kid up in the trap. Yeah, and you know we gonna smack them boys, man. We gonna beat up on them Vikings for sure. We ain't gotta worry about it. I told you we got their number. We done had their number for years. The Cowboys ran it over there. You ain't gonna hear not one horn over there. You know that little horn they be playing when they score. You ain't gonna hear it. You ain't gonna hear it. They gonna get field goal. This defense is angry and they mad at themselves for giving up that lead. Micah and J-Run and D-Law is holding everybody accountable. They finna come out here and make a statement, y'all. I trust in my team. I'm going to give them their chance to make up for their loss and they failure to close that game. I feel like they're going to stand up. They got a chip on their shoulder, and they finna show the world who they really is again and beat the supposedly 8-1 Vikings and the best team in football. Shout out to the Share Gold True Vibes, man. Y'all got to get on True Vibes level with the shares now. Now, please like and share the content. I love you to death. We trying to grow this thing on out in the trap. Yeah, we trying to grow this thing on out, man. But y'all have a good Friday, good weekend. Stay safe. Do everything great. Be 1% better every day in the trap house. You know how it is. And you know I said I'm great because shout out to y'all. Yeah, let's get it. Put my on the way out money in my hand. Yeah.
And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear, just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Damn.
I think this acapella vibes. That boy said, and this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear it just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Dang, I never let these boys play me. They see us balling, now they want to switch teams like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident that humble ain't for me. Lord, help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what more these people will say. They words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They want to see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the phoenix. Show these people I'm great, and yeah. Man, y'all holla at your boy, man. 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's get it. You already know up in the trap. Y'all have a good Friday, man. Holla at your boy. Let's get it.